Wake up, it's that time again. The sun's not here, but we're on again. Grab your coffee, grab your crystals and gather round. It's not lunch, it's not breakfast, it's the time we found. For brunch, well maybe we're busy. For brunch, maybe we're lazy. For brunch, well maybe it's conquest. For brunch, or be your request. But brunch is the time that we make for each of us, where we ask Egnards dumb stuff, because brunch will always be the special time for Egnards and for me.
Well, hello, good morning, welcome to Brunch, and screw all of you. I am committed, M3, to the swear jar only being increased when you guys pop those Twitch rewards for the FU bones. We did let one slip by in the last brunch when I lost something. There was some battle I definitely should have won, and one kind of popped out, but it's not going to happen today. Dan, man, I get it. I spent 3 years turtling in GAC, so it's clearly not something that I fully enjoy. And even though being able to do this more regularly with people is probably a benefit to the channel, once this schedule change happened, I was like, oh, crap, now I have to try, and I can't just quietly skirt by when I lose my GAC matches. It is what it is. It's Friday. We're going to see what we can do. I'm going to pop into game. We're going to give some people a little bit of a chance to get in here. So while we're doing that, while I'm waiting, I'm going to just do a couple of Coliseum battles to kind of test the waters on a few things. Give people 5 minutes or so, and then we'll pop into our GAC. Let's see. What did I do? There was 2 different things that I tried on a different account. Ooh, I want to try this because Mara Jade hits like a truck if you get a little bit lucky with her 3rd special. Can I get her to 3rd special, though? Oh, come on. I was hoping for the Mace Windu one. I do have 8 stacks, though. There we go. I think more people are definitely spending on this era. I can almost guarantee more people are spending right now. As much as I'm not the biggest fan of Darth Jar Jar, I know other people are. Though I am gonna say I have been coming around on this era a little bit. I'm kind of curious about it. I'm feeling a certain kind of something where I'm a little bit more optimistic than I was when we did Zeta Protocol last week. Every freaking time. Just want that hit from Mace. Ah, there's another one. Look at that. We're getting there. Darth Jar Jar shits on Gungans. He does. He completely destroys the shield generator. At this level, Mara Jade does have some of the stuff that works with Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. Or she should, I believe, this thing maybe. It's not damage. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of the other one. It might be. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have it on this account yet. So let's hope for a little bit more. Right? Start. RJ. Yeah, I do have a little bit. So let's try that out. Let's see what that is looking like. Where is Jedi Knight Cal? Oh, I see I have these little bars under my gameplay because... There we go. Perfect. Who died? Kira died already, of course. Why wouldn't Kira die already? Seven stacks. Let's get to 10. Beautiful. Not as good anyway, doesn't it? Oh my god. Kira's not dead. Perfect thing. Kira, okay, good. Kira dying there is best case scenario for us. CB. That's it. It's Seabane for Coliseum, Xander. Them's the rules. Hey, 81. Forcing your sick dog to take... I have... Listen, my cat is on Prozac. So I do know the feeling. Can we get... I mean, that was probably best case scenario battle. Let's try it with Jedi Knight Cal Kestis and see. And then we're going to get into GAC. Did I say good morning to my milk drinking friend yet, Warlock? If not, I apologize. I'm just wasting time. I mean, I'm 81% in tier 4. Of course. They do Prozac for cats. They do. My cat is an anxious mess. Should I risk? I'm gonna risk it because I don't care. All right. Okay. Seems like my Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker team was the best, and probably... But that's only because I have that one ability that gives her Jedi Will a little bit earlier. You know, that's probably not useful for most people. When we go into the dogs today and I get this stuff, the 2 halves, it will probably solidify Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker as the better leader at that point. Start of battle gains until the end of battle. Yeah, I have that for at the start of battle. Oh, because there's a second clause. Yeah. Maybe we'll get that all today, which would be super, super, super nice. It's no, it's I've tried CLS and Chewy Con Warlock. I've tried it multiple times. I actually don't like CLS in the team for Conquest. I've tried it a few times in a few different situations, and I haven't liked it with many of the different teams. Even the video I did a couple of days ago, I think I did the video with CLS, and then I tried something else like right afterwards, and it worked a little bit better. Uh, because what I really want is the tenacity down, and in the past I've used Chewbacca for that, and then um, I can use Jedi Knight Cal's first special for the speed down, which for some characters like Crate Dragon is pretty important, but for other characters is not very important at all. You get 2 Kyber Lightspeed tokens for getting them all 4-star for the journey. You get 2 Kyber Lightspeed tokens for being able to unlock Jar Jar at the 4 stars, yes. Which I believe you need all of the characters at 4 stars going into that, which is 4 characters. And then you get 3 more for having the 5-star. So that's, whether that's important to you or not is really up to you. But I mean, at this level of the game, the bottom of my roster, I literally go to these DMs. I go to those Lightspeed tokens, and I mostly apply them randomly at this point. Morning, Solo. What, you didn't get the private DM that came with the prescription for your own Prozac? What's really funny is I'm pretty sure it is just regular Prozac. Like, it's not Prozac for cats, and it costs like $10, whereas the subscription, the prescription for Prozac is probably 30 times that for a human. You didn't know that about the 3-star? Not 3-star, 5-star. 5-star, you get 3 more if you have the first 5 characters. What are we at? We're at 18. Let's get into GAC. Let's see what it's looking like. My opponent did a little bit of attacking last night. He did drop once. I saw that this morning. He dropped on Lord Vader. Didn't have problems with my New Republic team, which is probably because I forgot to put the Omicron on Zeb, which was stupid of me. I have rectified that, though, for the next 3v3. I had intended to apply all GAC Omicrons, and it just didn't happen. It does not look like he was stopped anywhere else yet. I'm hoping that my Gungans do something here. I'm hoping that they give me another win, another drop. But I think that my opponent has just kind of stopped to give me a chance to do things. Their defense, what do we have? Jedi Master Mace, Keller and Beck. We have an Ugnaught battle right here, which should not be hard. Tarkin, which Wampa might be able to take out because Tarkin is dumb. This is a Sith triumvirate battle right off of the bat. Lord Vader, we're probably going to just continue on the Pirates train because that seems to have been working lately. Quad May over here for Rey. I am thinking we will continue with Stranger for Jabba. We have Seer Malicos up here for Hondo. And then Ahsoka, we're going to try and Leia. Well, maybe we'll check. Maybe we'll do Slicker just to be safe on this battle, because that seems to be a little bit safer, everybody is saying. Have ever played any Monster Hunter? I downloaded one of them for the PlayStation a few years back because I had PlayStation Plus at the time. I couldn't really get into it. Well, now that it's out of beta as well, for those of you that have not seen, this is blowing my mind. Let's just pull it up. War Room is amazing. for .gg. I do not get any money. I am not sponsored by .gg, though that would be amazing. War Room is amazing, and I love it. It is basically just insights. The nice thing about it, though, here is that when I find counters, it already filters out all of the teams that I have on defense. And once I reload it halfway through, it filters out all of the teams that I've already used. It does let me pre-plan my counters, but I don't do that because I don't pre-plan anything at all. So I'm excited to start. Well, I've been using it, but I'm excited to continue with that. So let's see. Let's get through. Let's see what's going on. We're going to start with Radis here. Not Radis here. We're going to start with Ray. And we are going to go into Quadme. The Wampa battle can be an ugly battle, but I mean, my Wampa is Relic 10. We're going to see when we get up there. We do that last. That's our weaker wall. So we're going to play with that last. We're going to just see what happens. War Room is if you have insights, yes. It is like their new integration. It doesn't cost extra. If you have insights, you can use it. It's just a more, it's a nicer way to use insights. I really just need the bulk. So we can definitely use this. Pop in 1, 2. Yeah, we should be fine. Already dead. Beautiful. Hot, hot. I see the joke. I just can't read it just yet. Give me a second. Let's finish up this battle. No, I did not set my 3 GL ships. That was a one-time thing. And I went back and I rectified that literally during the like before we finished that stream. Well, we'll get there. We're gonna see what kind of risks, if any, we have to take, because we might not have to take any risks. I wish I could rename my characters. What is this, Pokemon? Let's see. I just spilled bleach and baking soda all over the floor. What do? I wrote back, throw a blanket over it. Oh, stop talking so I can read the joke. A minute later replied, okay now. Okay, now what? I said nothing. All our bases are covered. Yeah, we made sure to fix that right away. That was a one-time experiment. Yes. M3. Just yes to that one. Where is War? Okay, so that's a great question, actually. So what you do is if you go to .gg, you click on this little thing up here, right? So you click on the little game controller. It definitely is not super intuitive where it says game account. And then it'll load up here. And then War Room is right here, the third thing down. And then you just sync your game up here on the top so that it'll actually load the exacts. So that is a perfect question. Make sure to tell Sepp and Scott that I'm chilling for them. Where is Seer, Malicos? Malicos is here. Where is Maul? Not that Maul, this Maul. Hondo versus this. I do need to speed up my Malicos a little bit. This battle does get a little bit hairy. Got some crit damage. Should be okay. Is it only for people who have Player Plus? I think so, Hod. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that the guild patron thing just gives you beta features. And I don't think that this is considered a beta feature. I'm not 100% sure. You'd have to ask on their Discord. I think that Rada is going to be a powerhouse even at lower stars, honestly. But I also think a big part of it is going to be his FDC. So it really, like, is going to depend. Are you planning on getting the FDC or not? Oh, sorry. That's Hod's fault for making me go into .gg. Classic Egnards. He is definitely a Bane level character. I haven't had a chance to use him yet. We will get to, well, we'll try to use him today. I don't want to take any unnecessary risks in this battle unless I have to. Okay, we are 3 in. Can he do anything with R2? We don't, I mean, I don't know yet. That's the thing, right? Like, the problem is here, well, Cassian's team did really well with his FDC, even at low gear. Spider Maul did really well with his FDC, even at low gear, though people would have Stranger higher, so that kind of hit differently. Rada will probably exist in a very high Relic Delta issue if he's low star. There will definitely be things that he's not going to be able to beat because some of those battles are on the longer side. I think it's Quiggled, right? Yeah. Maz, SM33, and Quiggled. I use Cal. I don't like Cal in my threes. I don't like Cal in my threes. I know, so I like the damage from Maul, that extra damage. It's, you know, it's one of those things where it can be a little bit roster dependent on what your mods are looking like. I was having this conversation actually with Phil yesterday, and we were saying how difficult it can be to like do a GAC on somebody else's account because you just don't understand their modding and what their characters are capable of. All right, pirates, you have not failed me yet. Don't fail me now. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. We just gotta get this stupid Vader out of the way. There we go. Beautiful. Mountain Goat, what's up, man? Well, thank you for the beer. Listen, we're always looking for ways to support Child's Play here, honestly. Especially now that Stream Elements, they're staying in business. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Don't do this to me. They're staying in business, but I don't think they're staying with... I don't think that they're sticking to their sponsorships that we used to do in the winter. So we kind of have to find our own way. This is really annoying. That's stupid. It is, but I've beaten that before with my pirates. Oh my god, this is... Well, it didn't own this LV. What can we do that's stupid here to take out a lone CX2? So dumb. It's just really annoying to me. Like, can I just do, like, what if I do, like, JTR and Scav? Yeah, I mean, I guess we could do the Wampa. Yeah. Fine, we'll do the Wampa here. There'll be better banners. That's so annoying to me. So annoying. Such a pain in the ass. All right, let's see. Slicker, let's just check this out. See. So Slicker does... I mean, I use Slicker as a flex team, so... So, well... all right, let me see what it looks like he's going to have on the back wall. LV did get owned. So the predicted back wall does not have Stranger there. And the predicted back wall is just looking at his last known 3v3 wall. So let's do, I guess we're going to do the Slicker. Just to be safe here now that we've lost one already. My twins were being delivered. My daughter was born at 5 to midnight, but my son didn't follow right away. The doctor said, don't worry, the sun will come out tomorrow. I love you, Hot Hot. Have a nice day, man. All right, let's see. Let's do it. Right for Ezra. We have to go for Ahsoka because of that taunt. Okay, we'll stay on Ezra because I think his one turn did pass. Get rid of Sabine. Get rid of Ezra. And now we play the stupid let's watch Ahsoka dismantle my entire team. While I attempt to take her out. Yeah, I mean, look, I did it last time because we got screwed, right? It's just a boring battle. I hate fighting Ahsokas. They're such long they're unnecessarily long battles, and I don't like battles that are unnecessarily long. It's a classic stall team. Stall teams are boring. Oh, look at that. I should care about banner recovery. I'm too stupid of a GAC player to pay attention to banner recovery, but that's a fallacy of how I play, and it is a terrible way to play, but it is how I play. As long as you get past the initial Ezra thing, I've never had a timeout. If you don't get past the initial Ezra thing and you lose your Drogon, then there becomes the timeout risk. But once you get down to not doing slug versus slug, once you get down to just Ahsoka, you throw it on auto. Just deciding if I want to burn. I think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to do it. Atheron. We were facing Atheron, not you. I think. I'm pretty sure it wasn't you. In GAC last week or earlier? I think it was last week. Just got to make sure I have 2 damage immunities. We do. I'm all for the tips, man. I'm just too stupid for that stuff. I know Django. We've used Django this cycle a couple of times. I get nervous with Django, and it's been successful for me both times, but both times made me nervous, and I don't like being made nervous. I know it did go super well last time. Man, there's so many Thrawns here. We are facing a very tanky, very, very, very tanky Jabba. There we go. Especially after that loss on Lord Vader, I'm kind of like, I don't want to take that risk, but now I'm going to see like a Leia in the back wall, and I'm going to regret not taking that risk. Why wouldn't I? Because I'm only using Rada if I have to. I don't like not having data. Like if I have all battles that I have data on, then I'm gonna do those battles. I know people are here to see, you know, Rada in GAC. I'm here to win or I get yelled at. Okay, 532. I think he took out 2 teams on the back wall. We've got Gungans back here with the Jar Jar Kron, which really screwed us last time, which was very, very annoying. If Leia's in the back, you use Rada or 10 and it will work. No Leia in the back. What do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 GLs left. We have Rada left. We have Bo-Katan. We still have Bane. Interesting. Only 1 Jar Jar Omicron. I think Rada can take this out too. I've used Great Mothers against Jar Jar before. I've used it, and it can go very south with these crons. That's fine, Morlock. I get that. I do. But if I have data, I'm going to use the data. Let's see. Ugnaught is still here. Ugnaught. Hondo. And Ezra, right? Hondo, Ugnaught, Ezra. Two, three. What do we have? Interesting. I could Treya versus Gungans, but I also have... we have been very, very nicely using... I meant to use the other move. We have been using Sith Triumvirate against... I don't remember his name. The Fett. We have been using Sith Triumvirate against Django. And that has been working very nicely. Django is on top defense, yes. We're 588, 639. How many banners? Because this will be the same amount of battles. I want to see how behind or ahead we are. 639 minus 588. We're actually doing very well. I only need 51 banners in order to... So I'm ahead of him right now. I am ahead. Let's dissect this one piece at a time. Right, so Gungans in their current state, because Gungans are scary, even with the Jar Jar Cron and not the 400% Cron. That is what destroyed me last time. Gungans are scary. Treya right now has the best win rate. Treya right now is way better. So we are going to probably do Treya on the Gungans. Up top against Django. Satil does have a nice win rate, so we will probably do that there. All right, so Gungans. You know what, though? The problem, somebody brought this up in the last battle. They were saying that, you know, I've been noticing a lot of other people getting holds with their Gungans, and I'm not. And because and I agree with this, because my Gungans are Relic 10, a lot of people are overcommitting to my Gungans. Like, overcommitting. hope, I can only hope that my Gungans get a hold. Lock you out. We can just beat up on the shield generator. Well, I don't know what. I'm just saying it was something brought to my my attention is like that people are probably throwing harder things against my Gungans, and I'm just gonna take that as headcanon and say, yeah, that's probably true. We can look at last week. I can tell you what people used on mine last week. Yeah, but it's I agree, Thrawn, but it's nice when your Relic 10 Gungans do well. Because I've seen my Gungans in the past take out JMLs. I've seen my Gungans take out Great Mothers. I've seen my Gungans time out Sith Triumvirates. All right, let's see. So we're going to go swugga.gg, Egnards. GAC, not insights. We want to go to just GAC. No, wrong thing. GAC history. All right, let's check out last week on defense. My Gungans beat a Bo-Katan. And then he went back and beat it with Leia. So there's one example of an overcommittal. Right? Last week, lost with Bo-Katan and had to use a Leia on it. So that is beautiful. I lost to this guy. What did he use on my Gungans? This was a Traya with a Gritcron, so that's not really an overcommit. That's expected. Huntman, Gungans. Where's the Gungan back? Gungans, this Sith Triumvirate with the Django Cron, but that doesn't really change it. What did DB Bulldog use on it? He had a much stronger, but still. Travis. Nope, that's the Bo-Katan battle. This would be the last one. Mando. Leia is a huge overkill. This Mando's failed. And then he used Satele. And I'll take Satele being used against Gungans easily without any questions asked. While we're over here, let's just reload insights. Let's sync our war room. And while we're syncing that war room, hey, if you're on YouTube and not subscribed, rectify it. Help me out. Let's get to 4,700. There we go. Reload the game. Just like Victor HR. Thank you, Victor. Well, it was yeah, I'd say in two cases. I feel like Satele is definitely an overkill. Okay. Let's check out. The biggest thing that I'm worried about right now is Great Mothers. And probably Saw. Those are the two things that I think I'm most worried about. But I'm not, like, terribly worried, because I still have Still have JMK, I still have Leia, I have C, I have Bane. So Great Mothers. It looks like Balin is a 90% on Great Mothers. And then against this Saw. I'm actually very scared to use Rada against Great Mothers because Rada doesn't have anything stopping his health from being reduced. I'm not doing anything to jeopardize this match right now. Not. I want to win. Hey, Sopper. JMK Cat is kind of scary on Saw. So we could 3-man that, and that shouldn't be a problem. All right, so let's Balin this. Today is Profundity Day. Congratulations on your GL ship journey. Doesn't look like it is dependent on anything. Yeah, I remember when that first came out, how difficult. And then having to do the bonus like 17 times in a row was awful. Let's start. Tanks gain retribution, supports stun an enemy. I mean, they're not going to stun, but we do have some crit damage here. All right, let's go with this. Get rid of your damage. That went surprisingly well. Okay. All right. So we have six teams, seven teams left we have to beat. We are ahead on banners. So we can dissect this in a smart way. We should be good. Let's just JMK and get this out. We're not going to do the Underman. We don't need to do the Underman. What's my favorite team to use on offense? You know, it sucks. I always put my Gungans on defense because, like, I feel like that's what I'm known for. But they honestly are one of my favorite teams to play because I just, like, it's just stupid. It's so silly. Quadme is also another fun team. There's a lot of mechanics going on with that Quadme team. I don't use them a lot, but the new batch team is a really fun team to play. I just never had the time to invest in them past Relic 7. So they haven't gotten the love that I really do want to give them. I feel like I've been constantly behind in what I can do in this game because of all of the need. This is that team where you sit here for 18 hours just waiting for them to go. Quadme is just, it's such a fun team. It really, really is. They're infuriating to fight against, but just so much fun to play. New Batch is a silly team. I enjoy mechanically complex teams. Oh, don't screw with me here. You're still a little bit away from that ult. Come on. There we go. We got the ult. We are good to go. Okay. Fine. We'll take you out. Should be fine here. No more boss to worry about. Kill you. Saw comes back. Why did Luthen not die? Isn't Luthen supposed to die? Like, what's going on there? I thought that was the whole thing. Clea does her thing, Luthen dies. Saw was gone, but Saw revived because of Clea. But Saw's supposed to come back, and then Luthen's supposed to die. Yeah, Saw was already dead. I don't think that there's anything mechanically there that should have happened there. Let's see, Clea. That's what I'm saying. Luthen should have died. If Luthen rails an ally can't be defeated, the first time Luthen rails health is reduced, Clea resets the cooldown of this is do or die. Okay. If target ally is Luthen Rail and he has 25% health or less, defeat him and he can't be revived. When Luthen is defeated this way, revive all rebel fighter allies. Okay, that's interesting. That should not have happened. Well, we have it on camera, and I will let CG know. Not that that ever amounts to anything, right? I don't think it's in Saw's kit. I've seen Saw die before. There shouldn't be anything in Saw's kit. Start of the battle, they first see the falls below, they dispel the buffs. They recover if all allies are a rebel fighter at the start of battle. The first time and Saw was dead. If all allies are rebel fighters, the first time a tank ally falls below 50% health, they dispel debuffs, taunt. There's nothing about can't be defeated, I don't think, in his kit. Never saw you. And if an enemy has taunt effect, whenever an ally uses it, they call themselves until this excludes other revived units. Whenever an ally uses a special, they call themselves assist. Whenever buff expires, once per ally. Have you applied the TW Ami on Depa for the Jedi Knight, the Jedi Master Mace window? The TW Ami, Depa is a TB Ami, and I have applied it because it's amazing. And I am working on a TB Omicron thing, an asset right now. I'll show you. I am working on a territory battles priority list in Canva right now. I have it all set up, but it is not done yet. It's going to take some time to get there. It is TB, and I have applied it, and it is amazing. I do not apply any territory wars Omicrons because 90% of our territory wars are either cupcake wars or they are wars we literally cannot win. So it is such a waste to apply any of them, honestly. All right. I should not have a problem taking out either of these teams, honestly. I know Gas is pretty banner inefficient against Tuskens. Great Mothers looks like it's not banner inefficient. Do I have Great Mothers available to me? Yes, I do. Is there anything I need? Does not look like there's anything I need here with this. So let's say... Sure, let's use that. I've already used Ugnaught. Ugnaught was against DVD. Get rid of revives. It's our heal, right? Yeah. Rada versus what? Against these guys? Can't be whenever he is a bit of a... Okay. If Rada loses this battle, you will make me cry. I don't think Rada's going to lose this battle. Why will I time out against the Dedra assists? She's just going to keep going. I don't know if I'll start to, because don't we have TM gain problems with this team? Right? I mean, the start of the battle, it gains 200% max health protection, 20 speed, can't be instantly defeated, can't be ability blocked, blinded, dazed, feared, or stunned. Until the end of the thermal, which can't be evaded if it can't be dispelled. He also gains 1 immunity. It's fine. I just want to win this battle. I don't want to try it against anything. We could do JML there. I mean, I should have the stuff to do Jedi Master Mace Windu up top without any problems. Right, because I can do... could do C watt up. Well, we could do C watt here. Or Malgus. But we have the Malgus solo that we could do against. Well, that's not a bad shout. C solo against Dedra. Like we do Malgus solo here. Which is something I forgot about. This is one that I used to do all the time. You just watch him dismantle the team. I didn't use this. Are you talking about a different team? Well, this is why we use insights. This is why we use War Room. Is to get those win rates, to see how everybody else is doing, right? To see what's working. Hey, in this economy, I know the economy's killing me. Oh my god, and all of the crap I've had to do to my house this year. Ah, man, feel better, Merchant. It's morning for me. I feel great. It's summer. So, like, that's already a super big plus. I don't have to work in the mornings. Just imagine Tarkin using his special and not being hard-coded not to use it in a solo. Those 15 stacks would just... Oh, they would blow through me. Oh my god, come on. These stupid dodges. There we go. 58 for the win. I'll take it. Extra banners. Wake up, it's that time again. Grab your coffee, grab your something. Sometimes the AI works out in our favor. It does. Sometimes you just have to exploit the crap out of it. Oh, how was the farm? The farm was really nice. We went to like this cooking demonstration, which was fun. They made some kind of crazy tart thing, which I will never make. They gave us the recipe for, but it's like 5 pages. It'll never be made, but it was delicious. And then they did a cocktail making class or a demonstration, but like a tasting. And they had some of the weirdest, like craziest cocktails. One we tried was like with an apricot jam. Another one that we tried was like tomato water. It was some strange stuff, but it was delicious. Satil Revan Bastilla is get rid of Asajj. Remember, we don't have to be super banner efficient. What's up, Matt? We are already ahead banner-wise. We don't want to mark him because we don't want him losing TM. Just need to get him to his first turn where he's out of immunity. Okay, we are out of immunity. For 57. It was a very nice day, and then we went out for wings right afterwards because obviously, you know, we were there and we thought we'd be eating more, so we didn't sign up for the lunch portion. And so then we went out for wings, and they were delicious at our favorite wing spot it's near Yorktown, New York. It's called Rooster's Chicken and Brews. Delicious. I love it up there. It's amazing. All right. Against this, we still have Leia. God. Like, I could Leia this for no reason other than I can. C versus C Sith Trooper seems to do well against Dedra. And they don't even have the Omicron. So this should be a walk in the park. To be completely honest. Andor is a very, very good show. Like a really disgustingly good show. I finally convinced my wife to start watching Fallout with me. I had already finished season 1, and I wanted to start season 2. So now I'm rewatching season 1 of Fallout with her. I've had to like explain background things though because she doesn't play video games and wasn't understanding certain things about it, which makes sense. But she's been enjoying it, which I was surprised. Okay, come on. And wow. Without Watt dying too. Okay, so we have 2 teams left on the top. We've got KB. We have Jedi Master Mace Windu. We are going to here. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to reload just to filter that out. She didn't know it's a Star Wars show. I've been hearing a lot of non-Star Wars fans have been liking Andor too. I would love to. Well, I don't really care if my wife watches it because I have already, I've already seen it. How is Fallout show compared to the non-Bethesda games 1, 2, and New Vegas? I didn't play 1 and 2. I wasn't aware of them when they first came out, and I didn't see any need to go back to them. I did play New Vegas. I have it on my Steam account. And I very much enjoyed New Vegas. I have been enjoying the show. It's campy. It's kind of silly. It doesn't take itself too seriously. I think it's a very fun show. All right. Any undermans available? We could Bane. can Bane this Jedi Master Mace Windu without too much problem if I have a damage. I don't think I need the damage immunity crown, actually. Can we get a Fallout 1 and 2 brunch? You know, when it comes to other games, I find that people don't really enjoy watching me play other games. So I don't really do them for that reason. This should be fine. Well, they all have damage. Okay, good. I don't really have to be banner efficient. I'm already ahead on banner. I mean, I'm sure that my opponent now knowing what I'm doing will kind of screw me, but... He's got one freaking health left. It's okay. Right? And then KB... JML, I mean, Leia Drogon is a slam dunk 58 here. Anything specific? No, I don't even need like a specific thing. Yeah, I remember playing New Vegas as a teenager. It's a very good game. Of course, you're going to go under stealth. There we go. Fallout 4, I don't think I ever even finished. I just got... Because I'm a completionist when I play games, so every time, what's his name, Shepard would be like, there's another colony that needs your help, I would go and help them. And then I just got bored of doing that. I really should go back and finish it. Or start it again. Okay, what do we got here? This is beautiful. Okay, because we have a Radis up here. Okay, this is easy. Oh, this is much better than our last battle. Oh, there it is, Preston. He looks like a shepherd. Every time you're ready to do something in that game, he's like, another settlement is in need of your help. He sounds like Deckard Cain for some reason in my head. I don't know. Um, but I'm such a completionist that I would sit there and every single time I'd go and help them. It's why I can't get into Assassin's Creed games, because anytime I join a new area in Assassin's Creed, I will spend 3 hours getting everything in the area. But they added base building, which was a fad at that time. Every game and its mother needed to have some sort of base building mechanic. You don't know. 200 years in the future, maybe scorpions have migrated. No, well, that's what I mean, Ater, is like every game at that time, base building was the fad. So like every game had base building. You didn't really need it in Fallout. Like, I got the idea of it. You didn't really need it. I'm gonna give this to MILF and get this turn so we can get that clean extra banner. 76. Okay. Leviathan. Grab your coffee, grab your crystals, gather round. You know what? You know what's funny is I go on Reddit and I look at a lot of the gaming subs, and everybody seems like they have like this crazy amount of loyalty to different companies. And the company that made me learn not to be loyal to companies is twofold. One, Blizzard. I grew up on Blizzard games, and it just hurts to see how this crazy smaller independent studio has just destroyed every thing in their existence. The second would be like games by Peter Molyneux. I grew up on Black and White, and you know, there's a clear divide in players who like Fable versus players who disliked Fable, and it's very much based on who followed the development of Fable versus who didn't. I followed the development of Fable, and I hate the games for that reason. And those are the two things that really taught me to stop being loyal to any company. And I just buy the games I like. You know, I buy a game if I like the game. You know, like, I like Mega Man games. I love Mega Man. Mega Man is my favorite character, but that doesn't mean that I'm loyal to Capcom. If Capcom puts out a stupid Mega Man game, I'm not buying it. Like, that's just how it is. We're gonna give this to you. Try to get that banner. $276s. And that's the same with retailers too, right? Like, I don't hold any, like, sure, I like Chipotle. I love Chipotle. Chipotle is like my favorite fast food. But if the Chipotle experience to me degrades, I'm not going to keep eating there. It would be silly. Okay, and then we're gonna executor this. I just want to double check on the lineup. I've been going back to a lot of old games. I really like my old games. The last game that I pre-ordered is Duke Nukem Forever, which came out like 10 years after the pre-order. And it was so bad. It was so bad. I might be one of the only Mega Man fans that is not a fan of Mega Man Legends. I played it. I beat it. I didn't think it was that interesting of a game. It came out in a time where 3D had this big problem, and it made it really easy to beat the game. And the big problem is circle strafing. If you circle strafed in Mega Man Legends, you could beat any boss without taking any damage. And I didn't find the game super interesting. I did find the Misadventures of Tron Bonne to be a very fun game, though. That was a game I did thoroughly enjoy. Oh, right, I have to reload. I've never played Mega Man Legends 2 because I rented it once. I rented it from probably Blockbuster, and I think the disc was so scratched up that you couldn't get out of the first screen. So Mega Man Legends 2 is a game that I still need to go back and play. Did I finish XCOM? I haven't finished XCOM. My base is under attack right now, so I'm in a battle where you have 10 guys, two full squads, so 12 guys. I just haven't had the time because my ADD brain kind of goes all over the place, and then I get distracted with other things. Growing up, I never played Battle Network. I bought the Battle Network collection on the computer recently, and I started Battle Network 1, and it's just so frickin' slow moving. And I was talking about it on the Mega Man subreddit, and people were telling me to basically skip Mega Man Legends 1. They were like, it definitely is a slow game. It's definitely not a perfect game. It's not really that important. Skip Mega Man Legends 1. Go straight to Mega Man Legends 2. There's so much quality of life to it. It's the better version of the game. So I do need to go, and I think that I am going to do that. Because I like the idea of the mechanics in Mega Man Legends, or Mega Man Battle Network. But playing through that first one, I gave it like 2 or 3 hours. It's just so beyond slow moving. Let's get that target mark on you. Get rid of all your damage. There we go. Get out of here with this shit. Come on. No, we had easy fleets to contend with. I was talking to Bit Dynasty this morning. We had easy fleets. We didn't have to worry about it. That guy we were fighting last time was saying that he was Bit Dynasty's guildmate. So I told him to give Bit my love. I will always give Bit my ad revenue. He deserves it. He does some really crazy stuff, and I'll tell you, he gets screwed over by CG with the galactic challenges. That was like his entire content base. All right, we got 376s. Nothing perfect. That's fine. What are we doing? 2067. According to War Room, based on the specifics, and it says that his, let's see, max banners. Where's the max banners thing? Max banners. My opponent's max banners right now are 2071. I got a 2067. So he basically needs to have mostly perfect battles throughout the rest of his GAC. He's going against my Gungans, which are going to give him trouble. I don't necessarily think he's going to have too much trouble up here, but I definitely think there will be some things that snipe some banners from him. So I think I don't want to definitively call this a win, but I do want to say it is very, very likely that we have a win here. I'm not mad about that score. Did we get to use Rada? No. I know you guys are mad about that. I understand that, but I needed the win. I can't. I couldn't be silly. Yeah, 2067. If I didn't get that drop, man, if I didn't hit that drop, I would have been at, I got 37 banners for that. I would have gotten 77. I would have been like a 2085. 2085 to 2086. I would have had a beautiful, scary score. That was a rough drop to contend with. Let's see. Maz. I can't bring her up right now, which is unfortunate. This is not a great mod. That is a mod that should see better days. How badly did I screw this one? God, that's a waste of a mod. "21 speed, 32 deep." This is not a bad. Let's. Oh, that is beautiful. I would not mind this getting a little bit more health, though. No, we just get offense. I'm going to keep the tenacity on that. This would be nicer if I had a % health on it or a % protection. No. We're going to leave those mods alone. Oh, ooh, let's see the arrow, actually. % health. Okay. Don't care about crit chance. Don't really need the offense. I would like the % health. I mean, it's nice to have. It's fine. Gunji will come as a conquest lifter to the Gungans at some point. That's what's gonna happen. Okay, I did promise, because I couldn't do any roster reviews this last weekend. That I would try to get at least one roster review in each of these brunches, and it is a little on the early side, so it looks like we can get one of them done. Ater has been sitting here waiting so patiently for several weeks now at this point. And on the one hand, I would love to make them wait longer because that's funny to me. I like to torture my friends. On the other hand, I'm not that mean. So we do have time to play the song. Let me just set this up. And once again, if you're sitting around on YouTube and not already subscribed, don't be a dummy. Let's hit 4,700 today. We're at 4694 right now. Let's see. Let's pull this up. There we go. 1, 2. Drop this over here. No. I don't want to skip you. It's okay. We'll do it right now. I made a promise, and I like to stick to my promises. So let's see if I have the right setup already set up on my back end.
Roster reviews. Egnards is having a break and taking a roster reviews. Talking to me that what pack sex should sell to you. Ooh, to you. To you.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. We're going to throw this on the screen. We'll put a timestamp in there, even though I know that you are on the stream right now. So what is it? We'll say 1:37. Okay. Type of review is a Freef review. Fleet Arena looks like 4 Leviathans, 4 Profundities, 1 Home, 1 Other Executor. Ater does not like to put in full names of things, just first letter. I love when people do that on Reddit when they're telling stories and every character has the same first letter name and it's annoying. I'm solo in my payout time, consistently 1. People around me are communicative. No fleet Discord that I am aware of, but you're getting first. Okay. Assault battles. I'm assuming when you say 332, 3323 that you are talking about challenge tiers. And it looks like Places of Power is only a 2, which is interesting. That is one that generally people get up fairly quickly. Secrets and Shadows at CT2 is not a big deal. Duel of the Fates, Relic 7, which is a huge mistake. Peridian Patrol is R5. What are you currently working on? Cassian modding bow, Leviathan, not farming Gungans, which is fine. They're not a high priority team. Are you dead set on your current farms? For the most part, yes. I mean, the reality is when we talk about roster reviews, it's not really a review. It's a roster direction, suggestion, whatever you want to call it. And when people are hard set on the farms that they are doing, it kind of becomes, well, what do you want from me? But we'll see what it looks like. Any favorite characters? I do not want to farm Gungans. Shards for any important Proving Ground characters. Stranger, Malicos, BTF, DTMF, Bat Boba are unlocked after the first round of JTL. I'll unlock Quadme, Cat, Luthien, Malgus is at 290, Ezra's 290. Jocasta's at 210, nobody cares. Bane 240, that's important. Solo 260, Ray 220, Maul 250, Maz 170, Satil 110, Scythe 300, Fury 260. Okay, so for Leviathan, you're fairly close. Interceptor is irrelevant at 0. SM33 and Cobb are honestly both irrelevant if we're completely honest. I've unlocked Stranger, but I'm not using him due to not having Spider Maul. I would love to get a team for him in SK, but I find my Ufu's lacking. I don't know what I would do with Palps and MJ then. I'm close to Leia, and I bought Finalizer Bundle for Executor a long time ago. Stranger still works fine if you do, like, Stranger... Who would it be? You would do, like, Stranger, Star Killer, and you would throw... Old Maul in there. Do you have Old Maul is at 250? Without Old Maul, it might be kind of tough. Malicos doesn't really work super well in the team. So maybe Stranger is not a super priority right now, but by the time you finish Old Maul, and by Old Maul I mean the Conquest Maul, and he's at 250 now, it will be a useful offense-only team. I wouldn't say he's really good on defense before having Spider Maul. Not that anybody should be putting him on defense anyway, just because, you know, Satil makes that hard outside of very specific circumstances. Current plan is to finish Cassian, Leviathan, then do Leia, Jedi Knight, Cal, while LSTing Glat. If it would need more time, I could do Slicker as well. I had also invested in some TB Omicrons that might have been a mistake. New Bad Batch, Jedi Master Mace Windu. I need to mod Great Mothers and maybe go for Balin. My theory on crew is a good shout too, Snorlax, for an offense-only team. User, we got a 2067. Your pirates dropped on Lord Vader, but killed Lord Vader. It was really annoying. We killed Lord Vader, we killed Oppo, and then CX2 took out Maz, and it became a problem. But we got a 2067. It's going to be tough for my opponent to win because I was already ahead in banners, and they also had a drop. Crew is not a bad shout for a stranger team on an offense-only basis. When it comes to TB Omicrons, my philosophy is that the only TB Omicrons somebody should apply are TB Omicrons that they are willing to eventually take that team to Relic 9. Because Omicrons are in such short supply, you really only want to do it on teams that you are eventually willing to take to the top, where you are going to, you know, be able to do those Relic 9 planets. Now, you are an 8.8 million GP account. You're not going to be in a guild that needs that probably for another year, if not longer, depending on your spending. So it may not be the worst thing in the world, and we might see some more resource jumps in the near future that kind of change that. But I would say that Bad Batch is a team that a year ago was a strong R9, like take them to R9. I don't know if I would have applied the TB Omicron to them in the right now meta, but it's still a good TB Omicron. It's not going to serve you wrong. Jedi Master Mace Windu is kind of in the same spot. We're really great for the raid. Once the raid is over, they're going to be much less in terms of taking them to R9, but the Depa Omicron is an amazing Omicron, and it is transformative to the team. So while they're maybe not high priority Omicrons anymore, they definitely are very good Omicrons in terms of like what is going to be useful for you. I bought LSBs in the past for Jabba and JML, so my account is bloated and I'm in a mod deficit. Thank you for your time, Poppy. I would love you more if you pinged me during brunch. Now, I know that you're already here, but I'm going to ping you anyway, just because you asked me to. Let's see what this account actually looks like. I have a roster review suggestion: improve the Maz team. I did just before we got lucky and we turned a 22 speed mod into a 27 speed mod. So that was beautiful. That was really nice. I would like a little bit more health. I did get like 2% more health on the mods, which will help. But it definitely needs some improving. This I take exception to. This Relic 9 Jedi Master Luke. I don't normally give people shit about a Relic 9 Jedi Master Luke, even though it's not my thing. But to me, and I understand with Jedi training Leia, things are going to change dynamically. But this is, to me, a misappropriation of resources. You know, when somebody who's at 13 million and they do Jedi Master Luke to Relic 9, I say, okay, maybe it'll open up a counter for you. Maybe it will materially help change something for you. I don't think it will. Maybe it will. But at almost 9 million GP, that Relic 9 is literally doing nothing for you. It has not helped you win a battle. It has not stopped you from losing a battle. It has not given you a hold that a Relic 8 wouldn't give you. And would have been better used elsewhere. It's already done, but it's just one of those things when I see that and I go, ugh, not super great. We have Profundity. We have Executor. Beautiful. We're working on Leviathan. We hit the right thing this time. Yeah, but user, your account is in a different space, right? Your account is in top of Kyber. Your account is 16 million. that becomes a luxury Relic 10 that might materially help you. At Relic 9, or at 9 million GP, you're not facing opponents where that's going to materially help you. Kylo, 800. Ray, so Ben's not useful right now. C, JMK, Lord Vader, Starkiller's done. Balin, where are we with Balin? We're kind of close. Balin is one of those things where I think a lot of content creators are recommending it as an early farm. I really strongly disagree with it. I think that it's not materially smart, but you are so close to it at this point that I do think it makes sense to continue because it does give you two fairly strong teams. Ahsoka's far. Leia's not bad. Okay, so you have Profundity, you have Jedi Master Luke. I'm pretty sure you have Jabba, right? So you're finishing up what we call, right, the Holy Quadrangle. We're finishing up the Holy Quadrangle here with Leia, which is really important. You started in February, and Leia at R10 is carrying me in so many game modes. Weaver, I'm going to argue with you. I don't know your roster. I don't know how much money you've spent. I don't know if you're like a 14 million account that has spent a ton of money, or if you're an 8 million account who's just carrying through. But if you just started in February and your account is not a heavy, crazy whale account, I promise you that Leia is not carrying you any differently than a Leia at Relic 8 would carry you. Right? I will tell you that hands down, unless you've spent a ton of money and you're much further ahead than I think you are. And that's where I think people materialistically, they go, they don't understand the difference between number goes higher and number materially benefits me. And that's why I've never taken my JML to Relic 9, because my JML always did what I needed it to do. And it wasn't going to open up a counter for me that that's something that I needed, right? Number go higher only goes so far. You're finishing up the Holy Quadrangle Ater, which I would fully and highly recommend. Finishing up Leia is super important for you right now to finish. Jedi Knight Cal. You have everybody at G12, so you either have Cal unlocked or you're working on Jedi Cal. Obviously, you are going to want to finish up Seer to Relic 7. Seer and Jedi Knight Cal, so that you can kind of help your guild through Zepho. And that also materially makes you more attractive to other guilds if at any point you are hoping to jump ship. Though at 629 million, doing second to last box, I think, here. And 39 stars. I mean, you're probably already overperforming guild-wise, so that's maybe not going to be something you have to worry about. You just switched guilds. You're overperforming guild-wise, so you're in a good spot for where you should be. Slicker is at 800. Leia's at 920. What is your shout right now? You wanted to doing Cassian, Bo, Leviathan, not farming Gungans. All right, let's check out that Leviathan farm. Leviathan, you're very close, but your Fury's at 260, so you have a little ways to go unless you're planning on like unless you're planning on refreshing that, but I don't think it's necessary. I think that if you're already hitting one successfully, that you can just wait on Leviathan and just get it ready in advance. DS Ray is at 220, so Slicker will be useful on offense, but not going to be amazing on offense for you. But again, at 9 million, it's probably not going to matter. Quadmate, you will be unlocking. Okay. Have you rectified this yet? No, we have not rectified that yet. Duel of Fates, Pretty Boys. How are we doing on Cassian? Cassian's at 5 stars, I imagine. You don't even have Hate Fuel Mold unlocked. Okay. Era of Andor. Okay. Dedra, you're almost close. All right, so finish on that. There's no reason not to finish Cassian at this point. Era of Anniversaries. You haven't even touched this era. This is going to be like a when they become permanent kind of thing for you, it seems like. Let's just pop over here. Leia, Jedi Cal. Okay, well, LST and Glatz. All right, so I'm going to say you definitely should finish Cassian. You've already invested enough in it, so you might as well do it at this point. And with the event coming back for the month, that gives you a key window there, right, to finish Cassian. So definitely finish Cassian. After finishing Cassian, yes, 100% finish Leia. Just to finish and knock out the Holy Quadrangle, right? Let's see. You don't have gas yet, so be very aware of that when you're going for Ahsoka. But again, if your goal is to lightspeed token a lot of Ahsoka, then you're not going to have too much problem. That's going to take you a little bit of time. I would say finish Cassian, finish Leia. You should do the Peridia Boys to Relic 7. Since Ahsoka is your next target, it makes sense to get them out of the way first because you need them at Relic 7 anyway, and you're working on that farm, and you might as well get the extra rewards for Ahsoka. So after finishing Leia, I would definitely, as you're lightspeed tokening things, make sure that your Enoch boys get to Relic 7 ASAP. I would say that immediately after your Enoch boys, you definitely should rectify your Duel of the Fate Brothers. They should be Relic 9. It is one of those things that just, I think it is non-negotiable at roughly where you are in the game for Padawan Obi-Wan and for Master Qui-Gon to be Relic 9. And because you're going to be unlocking Quadme, or I don't remember when you posted this, you do have a Padme, Queen Amidala unlocked. Around the time that you are Relic 9ing Duel of the Fates, I would probably invest in Queen to Relic 7 as a bare minimum so that you have a functional Queen team. You might as well do it. It is very useful for the player, for you. While you are continuing your Ahsoka journey, because you're doing the Lightspeed token way, you're kind of doing that in the background. But while you're continuing your Lightspeed token journey, that's when you can also be working on Balin at the same time and finishing up Balin. Right? And kind of working on getting through Ahsoka. If you need more time, that is your spot to work on Slicker. That'll be 2, 3, 4 months down the road. So hopefully we'll either have DS Ray by then, or you'll be very close to DS Ray by then. But once you have finished Ahsoka, I would really start to work on Hondo, right? Because Hondo is going to be part of like that, oh, I need gas for both of them. He's the hardest part of both of them. We're already starting to see the pirates get into the Lightspeed tokens. So by that time, you should definitely be pushing Hondo for your mods. The reality is that as a Lightspeed token, Lightspeed bundle account, you are going to be fighting against mods forever. Your goal right now is just get the correct primary, get the correct set, and make sure it has a speed set. Because if you get the correct primary, you get the correct set, then it makes it easier to funnel down and look through all of your mods to upgrade things later. For Omicrons, I got bad news for you. Omicrons are always going to bite you in the ass. Omicrons are always going to be that thing that really, really is difficult. I am going to say that once Cassian's FDC is gone, he's probably not going to be the super strongest team in the world. And maybe isn't going to be worth getting 3 Omicrons. If I don't have the materials to get all of the Omicrons I need, I generally just go to the ability report on GG. I go to the, to the Grand Arena one, and I look for whatever the most popular Omicron is for that particular character, and I just apply that one. And I go back to it later, right? We don't know how Cassian is going to perform once once the FTC is gone, and I think he's going to be a team that people find a little bit underwhelming. So while I do think you should get him, I don't think you should over invest in him right now. So if I had this my way, my goal for your account right now is you're too close to it to stop. I'd finish Cassian, I'd finish Leia, get your Enoch boys to R7, get your Duel of the Fates to Relic 9, get Quadmate to Relic 7 at least, finish Ahsoka. If you have time there and you are still lightspeed tokening things, that's your time to finish Balin and Slicker. But then you're going to finish Ahsoka and you're going to start kind of dripping yourself towards Hondo because you need the Smuggler's Run 3. You need just all of the time. I do 6 refreshes of mods per day. I do like 2 or 3 of the refreshes on actual mods and then 3 of the refreshes on the mod materials. I go to the mod store every day. I usually refresh it like 10 to 15 times. I know crazies like User refresh it 99 times, and I think it's excessive for most players, but it's only 15 crystals per refresh, so I definitely think it is worth it for people to spend a little bit of time in that store, especially if you're buying the episode pass. Because if you're buying the episode pass, you end up with so much episode currency by the end of an episode that you just have tons and tons and tons of extra that you definitely should be using towards modding. And then it just comes down to making sure that you are eligible for any event that that involves mods. I have also taken to refreshing the mod tier of Duel of the Fates. The math on it is that it is just barely, slightly more inefficient than buying the mod stuff directly from the store. So for me, it makes sense to do it because I'm buying all of this stuff anyway to make sure my mods are top notch. And that's just where you're going to have to invest some of your crystals. That is the reality. Honestly, pathing wise, this is going to take you, I don't know your spending levels, but this is going to probably take you 4 to 5 months. And at that point, we're going to be in a new era. We're going to see, kind of what's going on in that new era. We're going to hopefully have a new raid, but who knows at this point with how things are going. The last thing that I didn't check is your era of myths and legends, which it seems you are not putting any priority into. Personally, I think that for accounts that are on the mid-game range, getting characters minimum to 4 stars for those 2 Kyber Lightspeed tokens is a really smart play. You might not have the crystal income to do the 5-star play, but the 5-star play, if you can afford it, is a really smart play to be able to get like really solid Lightspeed tokens, and the 5-star ending character. The 5-star ending character becomes a really, really, really solid character, especially with FDCs. Hoarding crystals for Leviathan, my thought process on Galactic Legend ships is they don't always necessarily need to go to 7 stars right away. I know people want to take them to 7 stars right away, but if you're going to be unlocking Leviathan in the next like 2 months or so, because you're already very close to it, you just have to wait for Fury class, and you're already hitting first um, consistently, it becomes, is it just a quality of life thing, right? Are you saying 27,000 crystals is worth being able to press auto? For some people, the answer is yes. For other people, it's, oh, maybe I just do 2 or 3 refreshes a month on it and let it get up more naturally. And then I end up saving 10,000 crystals and I can use those 10,000 crystals elsewhere. If your fleet climb is not hurt, it's not necessarily something you have to do right away. And given that, like, right now you're in Chromium, it's not like you're in Kyber 2, Kyber 3. I don't necessarily know if getting Leviathan day 1 is the smartest move. You could do it for quality of life, you could do it for time saving, that's completely fine. But for efficiency, I don't necessarily think it is something that is necessary for your account. Different. Um, anything else? Any other specific questions? Because I think we got a plan for you. I think we're good. I think we know what we're doing, hopefully. The sun's not up, but we're on again. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-dee-dee-bee, da-da-ba. Ba-da-da-da. What do I put into quad main Stranger Teams, and would DVD be worth investing in? What do you? I think Relic 7. Your Relic 7 quad main right now. I don't remember what her top Omicron is, but whatever. Like, again, we go into the ability meta, and for Omicrons, this thing is never wrong, because this has to do with like what people have most applied in top of Kyber. So you look through, you find, Quad May's first most important one, which interestingly isn't on the first page. Oh, there it is. Loyal Bodyguard. You apply that one for now. You get her to Relic 7, you get the boys to Relic 9, and then the other two don't matter as much. You situationally use other characters. I personally often use like Grandmaster Yoda and Echo, Bad Batch Echo. That's my personal preference, but they're not as important to anything. Shock T works in a pinch. Mace Windu works in a pinch. They're not going to be the big linchpin to the team. And Stranger, again, I don't think you're going to have a great 5s team, but Stranger, I think, Snorlax was saying this earlier, the suggestion of crew. If you put in Stranger, Starkiller, crew, and then you put in like Visas and a random Jedi, you'll have a pretty okay offense team. Like, it's not going to do the same things as a team with Mace Windu, with Spider Legs Maul, but you have a pretty good team there that will take out some like B plus A minus teams. As far as DVDE, honestly, I when it comes to the eras right now, There's no team in the eras that I feel like you should get just to get that team. I think that you get DVDE at the same time that you decide to invest in this stuff. I don't think DVD is strong enough where you just focus on DVDE. And I think you have so many other growth opportunities for your account right now that it's not necessarily the smartest opportunity. You still have to finish out your ROI. You still have to finish out your resource acquisition. You still have to finish out the more passive parts of your roster before you even worry about any of that stuff. That would be my thought for DVDE. DVDE with, I mean, we've seen a lot of stuff that does benefit him between his FTC, between the Sith DC afterwards. I think he is a strong team that can be underestimated in a pinch. He's a team that people definitely underestimate a lot. And sometimes they do the opposite. They overestimate it and they highly overcommit to it. And both of those things can be very, very powerful. But he's definitely not so strong that he's worth sidelining everything else that you're working on right now. Focus on the resource acquisition. Focus on the mods. You almost need to go slower on team acquisition because you're having problems with Omicrons. I can only imagine you're having problems with Zetas. And you're obviously having problems with mods, and those are all things that we have to keep into account. It is 8:45. I can hear my wife rustling upstairs, getting ready for work. So we are going to see who is on Twitch. I think probably just Berm. We love Berm. So we are going to raid into Berm on Twitch. And once again, if you are on YouTube and you have not hit that subscribe button, don't be a silly goose. Let's hit 4,700 today. You're here. I've entertained you. Pop in, hit the subscribe, help me out. It gives me a little dose of adrenaline, and we like when I have that little dose of adrenaline. We will be back for brunch on Sunday. And we will be doing another GAC. And obviously, let's just hope that we win this particular one that's happening today, which I think is a very, very, very strong possibility.